They've been working and living in Gibraltar all their lives. They have been paying taxes, social security, and now to end up where? In the street or in a place which is completely overcrowded? I mean, not on. I think it's immoral, shameful.
This morning, residents of the hostel waited anxiously to see what would happen next. Police were in attendance and JBS were on standby, instructed to take the residents' belongings down to their new home. But the residents had been clear they did not want to be moved, unsure of the conditions they'd be met with at the Sunrise Motel. Eventually, Henry Pina was invited to go and view the motel. I spoke with him upon his return.
My personal view is that it isn't adequate. It would entail, for example, where there is a room with 2 beds, adding another one. When there's 3 beds, adding another one, which I think would be unfair for both the people who would be moving there, if they do move, and also for the people who live there already, because at the moment they are overcrowded. There is one room where they've placed 8 beds, 4 and 4. I mean, those people there will have no privacy at all. Imagine 8 people living in one room. No? Where do they put their belongings? There's no wardrobe. I mean, the conditions would be dire. If the people don't want to move, what will the government do? Force them out? Make them homeless? Coerce them into going to that place because otherwise they'll be homeless? I mean, the government has a very difficult choice to make here.
I remember 40 years ago that the cameras of GBC were not allowed to enter casemates hostels. I remember that people were not allowed to report on that. I remember that the reports of the environmental health and the report of the fire brigades were not made public. I would actually challenge the authorities today to allow GBC cameras to go freely within the hostel, to film everything in the hostel, the conditions under which people live, not only in terms of overcrowding, but in terms of standards. Let ordinary people see under what conditions elderly people, 80-year-old, 90-year-old, are residing in a hostel, people that have worked for more than half a century for Gibraltar, not people that came here willingly, people that we went to Morocco and we brought them over at the time when Franco closed the frontier because it was in our needs to bring them over, and now we treat them with this disrespect. It's totally unfair.
GBC did request access to the Sunrise Motel and was denied, with the government saying neither the media nor any other organisation are the guardians of suitability of the accommodation being provided by the government. GBC have already erroneously reported, getting its facts entirely wrong, that the individuals in the hostel are being evicted. That is not the case. They continue. Access to the Sunrise Hostel is for residents only, and any other access will be considered an actionable trespass. GBC was able to obtain footage taken from inside the Sunrise Motel, which shows the condition of the building which the government wants to move these men into.
I think it's a question of humanity. I think what people need to ask themselves is how would they like their grandparents to be treated. These people came and saved Gibraltar in its darkest hour when the border was shut and did us a massive favour. I think now we need to be treating them equitably and fairly and rightly.
It's an issue that we've raised previously in Parliament in the last couple of months and through previous press releases, and it seems to me quite shocking that the Minister with responsibility for this area claimed that she wasn't aware of any issues in relation to this matter.
The whole situation in general, it's for me it's horrendous, which is we shouldn't get till today, in 2024, these people suffering this situation. This is not chickens to find another cage to put them. This is human being. They have been here, brought from Morocco with contracts to work here, and they end like this. For me, it's unacceptable. And today, it should be, these people should have a proper place with dignity. They can live the rest of their life and good place.
That's the current situation. The police have left, JBS workers have left, the protesters have left, the residents of the hostel have gone back inside. It doesn't seem that their eviction and relocation will go through today, but their futures are very much in the balance. It's not clear what happens from this point.